Good morning, Foxconn. Oh, there we are. I can tell y'all are awake today. Guys, we have some special guests today, so what do we say to our guests? Wonderful. So, without further ado, who's ready to shine today? Who's respectful, kind, and true? Who takes care of the earth so green? Who's responsible every day? Who's all in together? Wow. Okay, listen. I want to talk to you guys because I like this energy, but I also want to be respectful of everybody. We are screaming. And that is fun, but it is really loud for some people. So next Friday when we do this, I want you to use your regular voice so it doesn't hurt the ears of some. Can you give me a thumbs up if you agree to that? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like the energy, but I also want to make sure everybody feels comfortable with the sound level, okay? So I have two fifth graders. We're going to need a round of applause. Naomi and Azul, come on up today. And I'm going to turn it over to you guys.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Lunch choices for today are popcorn chicken or protein pie. The weather today is partly sunny and 75 degrees. What do you call someone with no body and no nose? I don't know. Nobody knows.
All right, give it up for Azul and Naomi. All right, clap once so you can hear me. Twice. Eyes on me. Teachers, homeroom teachers, I sent an email this morning that has a Google form in that email. That Google form has our top 6 yearbook design covers. You can decide, and I say this because sometimes it's easier this way, teachers, you can decide if your class votes as a whole or the students vote individually. And I say it can be different because it's easier to push out to 5th grade. Kindergarten, not so much, right? So that's why there's a change in that. But if you could get those done by the end of the day, just a quick little Google form is 3 questions. And I will have it, that's all I need you to do. Does everybody hear me? Okay, great. So last week, the Spirit Stick went to Miss Price's class. So if I could have a couple friends on the stage class. And this week, the Spirit Stick is going to, drum roll please, a kindergarten class. And that kindergarten class is Miss Deese's class. If I can get 2 friends to come grab the Spirit Stick from our boys from Miss Price's class, please. All right, so, isn't that a cute little puppy? Isn't that a cute little puppy? All right, so, clap once, twice. You with me? Okay, I'll know if you're not talking and your eyes are on me. I have the 4th grade honor roll students to announce today, and there are a lot of them. And so I am super proud of you. And remember, to get honor roll, that means you have all A's and all B's, which means you are working hard, you're listening, you're trying your best. Okay? Yeah, hey! So, I'm going to call the names out. If I call your name, please come up to the stage and we will get a certificate to you. If not now, then later today. All right, come on up. Trey B, Louis B, Amaya C, Destiny C, Liam C, Michael C, Zoe D, Rosie D, Sophia G, Scarlett H, Drayton K, Raji K, Ben L, Sophie M, Jonathan M, Timothy M, Hampton R, Marta R, Chloe T, Elijah W, Jasmine W, Layla W, and Anthony Y. Come on up to the stage. Good. They got all A's and B's the first 9 weeks in school. Let's give them a really round of applause. these to you by the end of the day today, okay, guys? So you can take those home. Okay, the rest of you, 5th grade, next week is your week. We're going to be celebrating those that made A's and B's in 5th grade next week. And, sorry, I can't do two things at once sometimes, but I want to make sure everybody gets a high five, because I'm proud of you guys. Those of you that are not up here, now is your chance. We are at the interim for this second 9 weeks. We would like to celebrate more of you for A's and B's next time, okay? So proud of you guys. You can go back to your seat. Great job. Keep working.
All right, and looking at the first quarter, we had about 85 pieces of paper that we were sifting through, and we were going to show you 85 pieces of paper, but that would be too much to do this morning. So we took all those 85 pieces of paper and put into this beautiful looking graph over here. So each one of these boxes represents a class in your grade level that had perfect attendance for a particular week. And so I wanted to show this so that you could see where your grade level stands as far as who has perfect attendance for your grade level. So I do want to say 4K over here, they only have 2 classes, so it's a little harder for them to get all the way up to, I see 1st grade rocking out over here. But I also see the rest of us aren't too far behind, so we're going to keep track of this as well. You should see a graph very similar to this in the cafeteria. I think Miss Page is the one that does that, and that's why there's hearts on it. But keep a look at that. I want to recognize all of the students from 4th grade that had perfect attendance in the first quarter. From Miss Brown's class is Adam and Chloe. From Miss Davis's class is Drayton, Ben, Hampton, Marta, Layla. From Miss McComb's class is Destiny, Juliana, and Austin. And from Miss Price's class is Layla, Sawyer, Bryson, Bastion, and Jordan. These students made it to school every single day in the first quarter. Let's hear a big round of applause. Let's hear it for Dr. Myers.
Good morning, Dutch 4! All right, we're going to start with our fluency students of the week. In kindergarten, we have Amari in Miss Neese's class. In 1st grade, we have Zoe B in Miss Lawler's class. In 2nd grade, we have Elena in Miss Briggs' class. In 3rd grade, we have Joel in Miss Wolf's class. In 4th grade, we have Ethan in Miss McCullum's class. And in 5th grade, we have Preston in Miss Ibarra's class. Congratulations! These students have been working so hard on their fluency flight or on their fluency facts, and they have earned a Panera Bread coupon. And for the class of the week, it's the GOAT Trophy. This class had almost every single fluency flight done. Almost every single one. And it is in 3rd grade. It is Miss Wolf's class! Congratulations! If you won the GOAT Trophy, you know what you have to do. Get that fluency flight done. All right. And now for our readers in progress learning. In kindergarten, we have Jasmine in Miss Neese's class. Come on up here, Jasmine. In 1st grade, we have Amy May in Miss Lambert's class. In 2nd grade, we have DeMichael in Miss Mead's class. In 3rd of the week. This class is in 2nd grade. And it's Miss Mead's class! They had so much progress learning done this week.
All right, let's give it back to Mr. Lambert.
And speaking of perfect attendance, wow. This is phenomenal. I'm going to pose something to student council because I noticed that 2 entire grade levels, everyone was here every day last week. So I'm wondering, student council and Miss Dilly, maybe what can we do for grade levels that every single student showed up every single day? Well, that's the question I want to pose to student council. Where are you at, student council? Okay, maybe we talk about that today. You can always ask one of us, Miss Dilly, myself, or Miss Odom. But let's hear a round of applause for all of these classes that are showing. Next slide. Raise your hand if you like pie. Hands down. We'll come back in 3, 2, 1. Let's do that again because I really think Mr. Lambert only gave one direction. Raise your hand was the only direction. Not call out. Raise your hand if you like pie. Oh, you are phenomenal. All right, put your hands down. This is called a pie graph. We're doing lots of graphs today. I hope that might, yeah, all right. I knew Dr. Myers would like that. So I wanted to show this to you so that you can see of all of the referrals that we've had, and sometimes, yes, Mr. Lambert has to get involved for some of the other things, but we want to make sure that we recognize all these students. So all of the referrals that we've had, in orange are all of the positive referrals that we've had that clearly outnumber by a huge margin all of these other things that are the obvious referrals. Last week I tasked everybody to use self-control. So we have lots of positive office referrals. I'm not going to say it because I know pre-K has been asking me and so is kindergarten. How many referrals do you think we have? Like 6 or 7? So while I'm reading, I want you to think about, come back in 3, 2, 1. No first time listeners in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. While I'm reading this, I want you to think about the number of times that I say the words self-control. Alright? First student is from Miss Mead's class. Let's hear for DeMichael. DeMichael is such a well-behaved student. He is a wonderful example for his peers. He is a first-time listener, tries his best, and uses self-control. There's one. Let's hear it for DeMichael. Let's hear it. Next student is from Miss Tapple's class. Let's hear it for Simone. With every free moment that she has, Simone is asking to read her independent bag of books or her library books. Awesome. You can find Simone reading away and challenging herself with beginning chapter books. So proud of her and how she has modeled practice makes perfect and the importance of trying even when something is difficult. Let's hear it for Simone. This is for 3 students in Miss Britt's class. Let's hear it for Faith, Fatima, and Jordan. They did an amazing job working as a group while completing their research article, asking questions to improve work when needed, and helping others when they needed assistance. Let's hear it for those 3. Next student from Miss Chappell's class is here for Skylar. Every day she asks, can I read my books now? And can I have books that are trickier? I love seeing her positive attitude towards learning and her self-control. Let's hear it for Skylar. Next student from Miss Wolf's class is here for Dylan. Dylan shows self-control every day in my classroom. Always models responsibility and stays focused on his learning and work. Dylan is a shining star for the Fox Cubs. Let's hear it for Dylan. Next student from Miss McComb's class. Let's hear it for Talia. Talia works hard every day to reach her goal. She's always on task, uses self-control, and is eager to learn. Next student from Miss Price's class is here for Mateus. Mateus can always be counted on to be doing what he is supposed to be doing when he's supposed to be doing it. He works hard in every assignment and stays focused even when others aren't making the right choices. That sounds like self-control for me. That's what Mateus. This was written by Miss Stoudemire for a student in Miss Nolan's class. Let's hear it for Chris. Chris stays in control of his body and doesn't let others influence him to make bad decisions. Yes! He completed all of his work independently and then offered to do classroom jobs just to be helpful. Let's hear it one more time for Chris. The student from Miss Brown's class is here for Araya. She demonstrates excellent self-control and consistently follows classroom and hallway expectations. She is quiet when it's time to listen and always keeps her hands and feet to herself. Yes, let's hear for Araya. This was written by Miss Davison, but for a student in Miss Daniel's class. Let's hear for Kingston. You're not here, but I'm still going to read this. When things got heated during a game of soccer, how many of you can relate to that? Soccer, football, pick one. Kingston, however, showed self-control by following all of the teacher directions. He took deep breaths and he walked away from a very upsetting situation. I need everybody to be doing that. Let's hear it for Kingston. This is written by Miss Graham for a student in Miss Gibson's class. Is here for Dre. Instead of getting off task or following others, he chose to do the right thing, stay focused, and work hard on his assignments. That is called self-control. Let's hear it for Dre. Next student from Miss Price's class. Let's hear it for Oliver. Oliver demonstrates his perseverance and determination to meet his goals by doing his homework every day, studying for our reading test, and working hard in class. Again, with self-control. Let's hear it for Oliver. Next student from Miss Mead's class is here for Ronnie. Ronnie has a great attitude, is always wearing a smile. His cheery attitude towards various activities melts my heart. I bet he's smiling right now coming down those stairs. Yes, he is. Let's hear it for Ronnie. Next student also from Miss Mead's class is here for Nalani. Even when some of her classmates were being chatty, she manages to not only remain quiet, but participate in the lessons, and that shows great self-control. Let's hear from Nalani. This was written by Miss Ellenwood for a student in Miss Nolan's class. Let's hear it for Austin. Austin showed great self-control and perseverance. When he started to feel frustrated with a work task, he took a deep breath, stayed calm, and kept trying until he finished. He showed a positive attitude and didn't give up, even when it was tough. Let's hear it for Austin. Next student is from Miss Niece's class. Let's hear it for Pia. Pia exhibited great self-control in our kindergarten class by staying focused, even when we had a big distraction. Way to go, Pia. Next student is from Miss McCollum's class. Let's hear it for Serena. Serena works hard and is able to get excited at the right time and calm herself down the right away. Let's hear it for Serena. This was written by Miss Graham, but for a student in Miss Mead's class. Let's hear it for Zoe. Great job showing self-control, doing things the Fox Cub way. Let's hear it for Zoe. And the last one is for a student in Miss McCullum's class. Let's hear it for Braden. Braden demonstrates great responsibility when he is working with our math tools and is sure to always use them appropriately. That sounds like self-control with materials. Let's hear it for Braden. Give me a loud cheer for all of these students out there. going back to their seat. Show me on your fingers, and not your toes. Show me on your fingers how many times did you hear the word self-control in those positive? Yeah, lots. Okay, put your hands down for a minute. First time listeners in 3, 2, 1. Try again. 3, 2, 1. Teachers and students, we are still looking for friends using self-control and being respectful to themselves and others. So when we're looking at positive referrals moving forward, we're looking for students that are using self-control and are being respectful to yourself or others. Students, you have about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving break. That is 2 weeks to show us that you have self-control and that you can be respectful not only to yourself, but to others. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Do you believe in you? Well, that's a good answer. Yes, you do. Let me turn it over to Ms. Odom.
Good morning, Fox Cubs. So last Friday, y'all hear us talk about student council a lot. Last Friday, I went to a student council meeting and they talked about our BBIS prizes. So I want you to know our student council, they went to other classes. Raise your hand if they came and they had an interview with you about what you want from PBIS prizes. Yeah? They went to a couple different classes and they brought that back and they told me. So I'm listening, guys, and we're gonna get some things coming in. All right, but of course, we're looking for people that's being ready, respectful, and responsible, right? All right, so this week we have our first prizes are for our rocket launchers. We have Zuri S. in Miss Dawsey's class, Jocelyn and Miss Martin's class, Liam in Miss Bowles' class, Piper in Miss Martin's class, and Gabriella in Miss Martin's class. Give it up for them, guys. All right, next, our Do Perfect Golden Keychains. We have Oakley in Miss Wallace's class, Ashton in Miss Dawsey's class, Lucy in Miss Wallace's class, Liam G in Miss Bowles' class, and Jonna in Miss Dawsey's class. Jonay, I apologize. Jonay is her name. All right, our Do Perfect water bottles. We have Xander in Miss Bowles' class, Keena in Miss McComas' class, Messiah in Miss Bowles' class, Chance in Miss McComas' class, and Mikhail in Miss Lambert's class. Give it up for them, guys. First time listeners in 3, 2. Thanks, friends. All right, our sequin bracelets. We have Alex in Miss Wallace's class, Mia Ray in Miss Dawsey's class, Jackson in Miss Dawsey's class, Harley in Miss Lambert's class, and Julie in Miss Davidson's class. Give it up for them, guys. Yep. And then we have our last set of keychains. We have Paris in Miss McComas' class, Xander in Miss Bowles' class, Serenity in Miss Lambert's class, Cadence in Miss McComas' class, and Drew in Miss McComas' class. Now listen up. I have something. We have a special prize for these next 2 weeks. So you'll see featured prize in the cafeteria is what it'll say. Our featured prize is a Pac-Man game arcade game. All right? So for the next 2 weeks, all your $10, you put them in there. Make sure you put your first name and your last initial so I can figure out who you are and for our featured prize, okay? Thank you, guys. All right, now.
Sorry, Miss Odom. I made a mistake. Sometimes our little papers get stuck together, so I do want to recognize one more student that had a positive referral. So I am so sorry to the student in Miss Davison's class, which was written by Miss Ellenwood. Can I have Noah come up, Noah S., come up on stage? I'm so sorry about that. So I want to recognize Noah for his outstanding citizenship and hard work. Each morning, Noah takes the initiative to help by taking down all the chairs without being asked. A true example of kindness and responsibility. He puts forth great effort into math lessons. His hard work is really paying off. I'm so proud of his growth and his positive, caring spirit. Keep it up, Noah. Let's hear it for Noah. I'm so proud. All right, now I'll turn it over to Ms. Beckman.
Good morning. So much excitement, so much to celebrate, and we are not finished yet because we have some Fox-tastic celebrities to recognize. We have started a new month. This is our first Friday of November, and during November, our SEL focus is gratitude. So the students that I am about to name, and some of you who are hoping that you will get chosen, show gratitude in the following ways. They notice and appreciate the talents of others. They appreciate that others are different from themselves and they can learn from those differences. They respect and value nature and our supplies here at school, along with our equipment. And they also show others that they matter by using kind words and thoughtful actions. So if you're hoping that your name will be called this month for that quality of gratitude, those are the things your homeroom teachers are looking for. So without further ado, our 4th grade Fox-tastic students are, from Miss Brown's class, Amelia, come on up. From Miss Davis's class, we have Layla. Mrs. McCollum has chosen Ashton. Mrs. Price has named Oliver as her Fox-tastic celebrity. Great job, 4th graders. Moving on to 5th from Miss Brett's class, Macy. And Miss Nolan is recognizing Gabby. Ms. Osowski has named her Fox-tastic celebrity as Valentina. And Ms. Ibarra has named Ashton. He is absent, but we're giving everybody a round of applause. And leading the way. Y'all just have a seat right there. Thank you. Our mindful moment, in keeping with the theme of gratitude, is a 3-2-1 strategy. Anytime you count down from a number in a mindful way, that's a grounding strategy. And so this was a slide in our SEL Essentials slide deck, but Coach Cooper went the extra mile and created a graphic that she shared with us. So here is the graphic, and it's a great way to lead us through what we are going to do for our mindful moment today. So we typically take a deep breath. This time we're going to take 3. So we're doing a 3-2-1 strategy. So take 1 deep breath with me. Let's take another one. And one more. Without the silence of our mindful breathing. Next, we're going to put in our head and think in our minds of 2 things that you are thankful for. You thought of your 2 things, and finally, I want you to think of 1 thing forward to. Maybe it's something later today, maybe it's something this weekend, maybe later in the month. But the one thing you're looking forward to, and take one deep breath while you're thinking of that. Let that go. And you are now ready to go be your best self.
Thank you guys. Make it a great day.